All right, so your setup at State Board will not be a flat desk like this. You're going to have a desk that has a drawer. So when we test here, we're gonna simulate that by having two different sections. So I'm gonna have one trolley that's set up as my desk. I like to just do that where my guest is, because that's how it will feel at State Board too. And one trolley that's set up as my drawer. Pretty cool so far. You'll also have a trash can and a chair at State Board. You're not gonna sit at the chair while you're here because we're all just gonna file in and get in place. But at State Board, you file in, they check you in, they make sure all your paperwork's good, they take your fingerprint, take your picture, I don't know, they do a lot of stuff. So they'll give you a number, and at State Board, it's gonna behoove you to just sit at your desk for a little bit. But don't do that here. Because what happens when people do that here is they kind of forget a lot of things. So when we come in on your last classroom day, walk on in, come up to your station, sit and wait until everybody's ready. We'll stand and wait until everybody's ready. I don't think there's anything else in that part. So I will give you guys numbers so that you're used to being addressed to as a number at State Board, because you're not gonna wear a name tag or anything. Dress code is just professional, preferably all black would be best. You can wear your Aveda shirt, you can wear your scrubs. You should wear your apron, most likely, that's gonna look a little bit better. You can wear your Aveda name tag if you want to, just I'm not gonna call you by your name. But yeah, stuff there. Just make sure you look professional. And you cannot be late to State Board. They will just send you home. Everybody who likes to be late. The first section, once you're all set up and ready to go, is setup and client protection. You have 15 minutes to do that, and you'll have a 10 and a 5-minute warning. You can get it done in 5 minutes if you're practiced at it, which I always suggest practicing this whole test at least once through before you take it with me, because otherwise you might fail it, and then that goes towards your GPA. If you're already not good at GPA, already not had a good GPA, then it'll affect your grade. So just like once through, not even necessarily using the products is usually enough. It's really easy. If you just do it once, you'll be like, oh, that was dumb. Just like every other test that I've done with you, they'll say blah, 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 they'll say the prompt, they'll say you may begin. The first thing you wanna do is grab a trash bag, which is why I put it in my pocket instead of in the bag itself, and put it in your trash can. You need to have somewhere to put all of your things that you're going to throw away. And you're gonna throw away everything, more or less, except like the mannequin head, because you can't really throw that away. Next thing you wanna start doing is preparing your station. So before you grab anything out of a bag, first thing you should do, even if you like pull it out here and like show them that you're doing it, is sanitize your hands. I'm gonna grab the paper towel out of my setup bag and my disinfectant. I'm going to spray down my trolley, my drawer, and my bed. The reason the chair is there is it's representing your bed or your treatment table. That's also why you don't really want to like stay sitting in it, because if you forget that it's your treatment table while you're here and you just like use it the whole time, it's like, so you're sitting on your guest. That's interesting. Going to wipe down those areas. I wouldn't overspray them. Make sure that this goes in the actual trash bag. If anything falls on the floor, you need to immediately pick it up, throw it away, sanitize your hands, and move on. Once those are in, I'm going to put my trolley papers out. I don't know what those are in was supposed to mean. Whatever. And one is going on top of my desk. The other one is going inside of the drawer. If you want to label them for here, I won't be mad about that, but don't label them for stapling, because they're going to be like, it's unsanitary and you're cheating and all this other stuff. While you're here, you don't actually have the drawer. So if it's easier for you to remember, label one desk, label one drawer, that's fine. And now that I have my trolley papers out, I can start putting everything out that I need. Hand sanitizer goes out on your desk. No surprises there. All of your extra bags, excluding your blood spill kit, go in your drawer. Blood spill kit gets put out on your trolley. That's why it should be small, because it takes up some space there. Everything else, as long as it's in order, it's not going to cause you any problems. Your disinfectant can also go in your drawer. For us here, that's good, because if it's nice and full, you can kind of lean your bags up against it. You don't want anything hanging off the edge of the trolley paper. Trolley paper is your sanitary area. Just like when we do a foot bath and we have the towel laying down, that's your sanitary area for the floor, right? This is my sanitary area for the trolley now. And the only other thing I really get to start doing from my bag itself is my mannequin headstand. I definitely recommend playing around with this and figuring it out before 600. This is part of like practicing the test, is like mess around with your mannequin headstand, because mine's already preset because I've used it in my own house. And your guest can go right on there. And the only other part of setup is prepping my guest and getting the rest of everything out. You'll notice that I'm also re-closing my bags every time I go into them. You don't have to actually do it, just like you don't have to actually sanitize your hands. But you want to show that you know to keep everything closed in a clean container. Shower cap is just there to protect the hair. The headband helps to hold it in place, pull it back, make sure any errant hairs that your mannequin head doesn't have are not getting in your way. And then once your shower cap is and your headband are on, that represents the hairline. Make sure that it's not all the way down here. You need access to their forehead. Should be pretty normal forehead size. And you can kind of use the ears to make sure that it all stays in place. And then last but not least, water in your bowl. Literally, just a splash of water is enough. That's why a small bowl is ideal. You only need enough water for like a couple little removals. And that's it. So I barely put any water in that bowl. And that's all there is for setup. I don't think that even took me 5 minutes. At the end of setup, once everybody's done, State Board will ask you to put your bag in a hallway. So what I'll ask you to do is put your bag to the side of the room. Super easy. And then we'll move on to the next section. Questions so far? The next section is cleansing and steaming. You have 5 minutes to cleanse the face and remove the cleanser. And then steaming is not timed and it's individual. And steaming is going to be with a steam towel, not with a steamer. So 5 minutes to do that. What else? You have 5 minutes to cleanse the face and remove cleansing product. And you'll be told to stand behind your mannequin heads. So once you're done cleansing, just stand by your mannequin head and wait to be told to do the steaming procedure. You have a 5-minute timer, you may begin. Oh, I forgot something. Cool. The very last part of every section is setting up for the next section. So I would have got marked off for this. So at the end of every section, take the next bag out. And anything that's in a closed, clean container goes out on your trolley. I won't mark you off for not putting the things on your trolley, but it saves you a lot of time, so you might as well just do it. And I'm not really sure if State Board marks you off. I don't think they do, but definitely saves a lot of time regardless. Usually you have plenty of time to get it done. So the only thing I missed from setup was putting my cleansing bag out, putting all my products out of that. No disposables out on your trolley at any point. We're gonna pretend like I did it for real. You may begin. First thing you wanna do is cleanse the lips. All you need to do is take a 2x2 out after sanitizing your hands. This is why my eye and lip cleanse is water, because I can take my container and over a trash can dispense that water onto the 2x2. Re-lid my container. Brace the lips from the outside to the inside. We already know how to clean a lip, right? We're not doing a tissue, we're not doing any of that. This is not an Aveda cleanse, it's just a very quick, simple cleanse. And the expectation is that products are things that can be left on the skin and we're just using it to cleanse the area. So, again, over a trash can, dispensing my eye and lip cleanser over onto a 2x2. I'm going to just brace the eye a little bit, use my downward direction on the lash, and then that's that. Show them that you can safely cleanse an eye. Last 2x2 is for the other eye, so you should only have 3 2x2s in this setup. Brace, downward on the lash, downward on the lid. Done. Sanitizing my hands, I'm going to get a spatula out of my bag. Re-lid. Take the cleanser out with the spatula. You cannot take product directly from the container with your fingers or with your fingers, basically. So you can't just hold the cup there and use the cup. You have to take it out with the disposable. You can use the back of your hand as a sanitary area. Apply the cleanser, chin up. No pre-cleanse or anything, just straight up cleanser on their face. To be pretty. And then just move the cleanser around a little bit. You don't have to follow the Aveda cleansing manipulations. Just show them that you can safely cleanse a face. Sanitize your hands. This is why hand relief is great, because it could just soak into your hands while you're doing that. Grab a little bit of water. Squeeze it out over a trash can. Remove. You don't need permission to remove, but I definitely suggest watching the proctor to make sure that they see that you're doing everything properly. That's all you have to do in 5 minutes. The thing that trips people up for us is people try to turn it into an Aveda cleanse. It is not an Aveda cleanse. It's just quickly cleanse the lip, quickly cleanse the eyes separately, and quickly cleanse the face and remove the product. Pretty sure they're not gonna trip you up for trying to wipe your hands off. I hope not. Now you may have noticed, I'm hoping you didn't, but I did, because it's me, that I spilt my eye and lip cleanser on my trolley. Ooh, there's a nice wet spot there for my eye and lip cleanser. Because of that, what I technically need to do right now, which I'm not going to because it's gonna take too long, is grab my things that are, you know, disinfectable off of my trolley, put them in my drawer real quick, especially if they got wet, I need to disinfect them before they go there. Anything that can get thrown out, just gets thrown out. Remove my paper, disinfect the area, put a new paper down, put everything back out. So try not to spill anything because it takes up a lot of time. I'm just gonna leave it, we're gonna pretend like it didn't happen. Okay, so the last part of it is steaming. I will be individually instructed to perform the steaming procedure. Number 7, please perform steaming. First thing I'm gonna do is sanitize my hands. It's the first thing you do at the beginning of every section is sanitize your hands. Literally have this in a bag just so it doesn't get everything else wet. Once your steam towel's out of your bag, wring it out with the trash can so they know it's wet. Test the temperature on your wrist so they know that you know what temperature it is and whether or not it's appropriate for your guest. Wrap the towel on the guest's face. Wait for the proctor to tell you may remove your steam towel. Number 7, you may remove your steam towel. I said it and did it backwards. Throw it out and tone them. Anytime we tone, we're going to use 4x4s, and this is why I only have the number of things that I need in the bag. These are the last things I need. If there's something still in your bag and you have the right number of things, you know you missed something. So those 4x4s are in my bag for toning. Do not tone right after your cleanse. You tone after the steam. Over a trash can, I'm spraying toner onto the 4x4s. Wiping the toner onto the guest's face. And the last part of every section is setting up for the next section. The extractions, everything in here is disposables. So setting up for extractions is literally this. And you're done. You also want to throw out your cleanser and your eye and lip cleanse. And just for safety, sanitize your hands. The more you sanitize your hands, the better. They will not ever mark you off for doing it too much. Questions about the cleanse? Extractions is pretty easy. Extractions are not timed. You will be individually instructed to do them. So number 7, please perform extractions. First thing I'm going to do is put 2x2s on the mannequin's eyes, mostly so I don't forget. You really could put gloves on first if you wanted to, but I like to do this first so I don't forget to do it. A lot of people miss that point for it because they forget. I don't know if you're allowed to dip it in like that. A little bit more complaint. You do want them to be damp so they stay in place. I have a feeling mine are going to fall off. We'll find out. If they do, I'll actually do full infection control for them and get new ones. You want to get your gloves out. And this is going to seem real fun. We're kind of used to doing it for waxing, but before I reach in the bag, I have to sanitize my hands. Sanitizing my gloved hands. Fun for everyone. And then I'm going to apply astringent to my 4x4s and do manual extractions. You can just put it on the corner that you know you're gonna use. And I usually can tell whether or not you put it on because it makes the mannequin head wet. So, and there aren't that many of you testing in this class, so I'll be able to keep track of you guys a little bit easier than some of the other bigger classes. Your proctor at state board usually only does like 6 people at a time, so they can kind of see everything. So make sure that you're like, okay, your proctor. You only have to extract 1 pore. Just do like 2 directions on it. Make sure the proctor saw it. They'll usually like, or whatever. Throw out your 4x4s that you used to extract. Last 2x2 is used to cleanse the area that you extracted and start closing that pore up. Remove the iPads, throw out your gloves. Last part of every section is, that's the answer. Setting up for the next section. Hair removal of the eyebrows. We have 4 products in here. Oh, my hand sanitizer went off my trolley. Should have disinfected that. Don't overdo taking products out. This is the one where it's like there's 4 products. If you have tiny little raccoon hands, feel free to like sanitize your hands 4 times and grab each product individually. Because when you drop this, you'll freak out and you won't know what to do because you'll forget, but it's really easy because all you have to do is pick it up, disinfect it with the spray, wipe it off, sanitize your hands, put it back. When you do it in the moment, you're like, no, I really don't remember what to do. Questions about extractions? Please don't extract their whole face. Because I am gonna sit there looking at you bored, out of my mind, waiting for you to finish, and they'll do the same thing. Like, you get it, you can extract. Cool, great things. Hair removal is also not timed. It is set up very strangely. What we're doing is we're doing a full tweezing procedure on one eyebrow and a full waxing procedure on the other eyebrow. Okay, we're not gonna wax and then tweeze a little bit like we're used to doing. We're just gonna do a full tweeze on one brow, full wax on the other one. And that's also why they're set up backwards, so it's not tempting for you to be like, oh, wax and then tweeze. The tweezing's gonna go first, so that you know that they're meant to be separate procedures. So, individually you'll be instructed to perform the tweezing procedure and proceed to the wax procedure. Number 7, please perform the tweezing procedure and proceed to the waxing procedure. Sanitize my hands, glove them up. I should have been playing music while this was going. They play music at State Board. It's like top 40. Ridiculous. Sanitize my hands. Before I perform the procedure on their skin, first I have to use antiseptic to cleanse the skin, prevent bacterial growth. Doing that over a trash can. Wipe, wipe, wipe. With my toner astringent antiseptic. Then I'm gonna take my tweezers out in the bag. Your tweezers are considered a disposable in this test. I know none of us have disposable tweezers, but we're gonna treat them like they are. You want to make sure that you are showing that you're grabbing and pulling the hair in the right direction. You don't have to be like this dramatic about it, but you do want to show them like grab, pull, make sure you're holding the skin tight wherever you are. Make sure your proctor sees you do it a couple times, and we're just gonna tweeze under the brow. You don't have to get all up in there and be like, beep, 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 beep. Just really quick, pull, tweeze, 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 tweeze. You saw me do it, cool, great. Throw them out. And finishing the tweezing procedure is just applying a soothing product. So find your soothing product. This is why water is awesome. Because if it's a cream, you would have to take a stick, scoop it out, put it on the disposable or on the back of your hand and then on the disposable. And just pour some water on there over a trash can. Wipey, wipey, wipe. They are so soothed. I dropped my disposable on the floor. Pick it up, throw it out, sanitize your hands. I did a real sanitizer that time for their fake skin. I don't know why I double sanitize my hands, because I'm an addict, I guess, to hand sanitizer. That wasn't funny, well, whatever. It's good. Gonna clean the area for my waxing procedure now. Wipe it out. Clean. With my toner, astringent, antiseptic. Specifically the antiseptic. Then I'm gonna put powder down. We're used to doing that. One of the reasons why we use this wax. So that you're used to doing this for state board too. Definitely recommend kind of like getting that into the 2x2 pretty well so it doesn't fall all over the mannequin head. It'll show up pretty easily if your mannequin head's still wet, which mine is not. But if they saw you using the product, they know that you're doing it. You guys can do better than that than I can. And then I need to test the temperature of the wax. So sanitize my hands, grab out a stick. You can use a spatula for this if you want to as well. Grab some of your wax product. Relid your container. Show the proctor. Sanitize my hands, I've tested the temperature. If you want to pretend to wax it off of your arm, you can. I just keep going. Put that sticky stuff all over my arm. I grabbed another stick. I'm grabbing more wax product. You want enough to lay down under the entire brow. So make sure you show them that you're doing a thin, even layer in the direction of hair growth, the entirety of the underside of the brow. This is why blue is beautiful for this, because it shows up really well against the mannequin head. But whatever. Even better if you actually top the skin while you're putting the wax down, right? I just didn't quite do that. Strip. Guess what? Ooh. This strip probably isn't going to pull up the wax product because it's petroleum jelly. But hold the skin tight, remove, apply pressure. Make sure you do all of those things. Pull the skin taut, remove in the proper direction, apply pressure, and you will be good to go. Then we're going to remove the wax. So I'm going to use my wax remover to remove the wax. Boop. Wipe, wipe, wipe. And soothing product to finish it off, just like we did with the tweezing procedure. Now you can't expect to have extra spatulas, extra sticks, extra strips in your hair removal bag, because that's how we set it up. But if you would like to only put in the ones that you know you're going to use in there, that is actually a little bit more supportive. The area is now so soothed. At the end of every section, I'm going to tear down what I did. So all these products go in there, this goes in there, and I set up for the next section. Massage and facial masks. Oh. And that. Pretty okay? We all know how to wax, it's just weird doing it on a mannequin head with fake product. Okay. Last section is massage and facial mask, because facial mask and massage, I don't know why I haven't listed the other way. That's why I had you write it. Facial mask and massage on your bag. You will have 3 minutes to apply the mask to the face. You'll be evaluated on your mask application. Once everybody's masks have been evaluated, you'll have 2 minutes to remove the mask and finish the procedure. Finishing the procedure is also toning after you remove the mask. You'll be instructed to apply your massage cream and wait for further instructions. And then you will individually perform authorized massage equipment and function. So, everybody at the same time for mask application, you may begin. Sanitize my hands. Grabbing out a spatula and my mask product. Do not, just like with the other, crazy, that was insane. So what I would do there, well actually I probably could have set this down. Disinfect that. Wipe it. I have an extra paper towel, perfect. Put it back on. Sanitize my hands. Cool. So, what was I saying? Do not take your product directly out of your cup, ever, for Stay Board. The assumption with these cups with lids is that we're going to potentially use this on another guest. So in order to stay within safety and sanitation guidelines, you have to properly dispense everything out of the cup. I'm going to leave my mask product out. And there's also an extra stick in the setup, just in case you didn't grab enough. I'm gonna grab my brush. I certainly hope I am not over my 3-minute mark. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like right there because I had to disinfect that and I keep talking. We all know how to apply a mask, do it quickly. State Board isn't gonna be like, you didn't use long, lovely, luxurious strokes. They're gonna be like, you got it on their lips. So, you just wanna make sure it gets on there evenly, avoiding the eyes, the hairline, the lips, and the nostrils. You don't have to worry about doing it calmly. Well, you want to be calm, but not like calming. Make sure you get the upper lip. Pretty sure they mark you off if you don't get it. That is part of the entire face. The actual point on there is safely applied mask to entire face, excluding those areas that I already said, the hairline, nostrils, and the lip and the eyes. I recommend not putting it over the eyebrows as well. Hopefully that wasn't my whole 3 minutes. Once I'm done, throw my mask brush out, wait for my proctor to examine it. Once the proctor has examined everybody's mask, he'll start the 2-minute timer for removal. Don't sanitize your hands before I say you may begin. You may begin. 2 of the 2x2s are for removal. This is why a cream can be, any kind of cream mask is gonna be more beneficial for your mask. Something that's really thick and hard to remove from the mannequin head is gonna take too much time. You only have 2 minutes to remove the mask and tone the skin. You don't wanna put it on so thick either that it takes more than the 2x2s to remove it. And a cream, it's gonna be a little bit harder to see if you didn't get all of it off and are actually removing some of it with the toner. Tips and tricks. Tone. I feel like I have like 30 seconds left. Freaking out, man. Tone the skin. Done with that section. Then they'll say, everybody apply your massage product and wait for further instructions. I didn't get my massage product out. How dare I? You don't need a ton of it because you're using it to massage. So like half a teaspoon should be plenty. Wow, I'm dropping everything. You guys should really know how to properly disinfect things for state board after this video. Why am I dropping everything? Okay, and then apply the cream, not dragging or pulling the skin. This is why hand relief is good for it. It's nice and slippery on the mannequin head. And also with your hands a little bit. Once your massage cream is applied, put your hands on your mannequin head and don't break contact until the massage section is over. You're gonna stand here like this. Number 7, please perform effleurage. Mandible slides are great effleurage motions that you can perform. Please perform petrissage. Take those nasolabial fold massage that you're used to doing with just your thumbs and put your finger into it, pinching and rolling the skin. Please perform tapotement, little tapping motions around the eyes. Tap, 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 tap around the eyes. Please perform friction. Frontal zigzags are perfect for friction. Number 7, you may remove your massage product. This is exactly what you can expect to hear. Unless you're not number 7. Take your final 4x4s from your bag. Get them damp. When we're here, I'm going to say you may remove your massage product and start packing up your things. I don't specifically remember if that's exactly what they say at State Board. That's just what I'm gonna do here to help get things moving along. Please stay quiet if anybody else is still testing. But really, that's the end of the test, is removing your massage product. So then you just start throwing everything out. Probably not your hand sanitizer last. It's literally just like, throw it out, throw it out, throw it out. We throw your mannequin head out so you would. But you bring the bag with you. So yeah, you throw everything out in your bag. And remember how to take this off. There we go. Pull your bag out. You can bring your bag back to your bag. You can take anything out of there that you wanted to keep. And that's that.